Welcome children. Today we'll see the second law of Mendel's, that is second law, that is called as law of segregation. In our previous classes we have already discussed, that is Mendel has given us three laws. First is law of dominance, second is law of segregation, and the third is law of independent assortment. So today in this class we'll study what is law of segregation. Law of dominance, we said that in the F1 generation when we start with the pure line, here in first generation we get all the dominant traits. And all of them will be heterozygous. So now before we move to this class children, as you are seeing this, I am writing everything on the board. So you can take it as, you can copy it down. It is all the important points which are essential for you to understand are written on the board. So take the notes. Even if you forget something or the other thing, when you see the notes now, you will be able to get it. So write the notes. Here explanation, whatever I am explaining you, it is all written in the elaborate form. So utilize it, and I already said you this chapter is very important according to examination point of view. You will get 1 or 2 short marks, that is short questions, and one very short question which is a definite. If you don't understand it, see it again and again, see the video again and again, you will be able to understand it. So concentrate while listening, focus here only and start. Before we move, that is all of you, write it in your classworks, or somewhere you just maintain a notebook and write all the points there. So next is law of segregation, the second law. The law of segregation, this is the second law which is given by Mendel. Law of segregation, here it says that out of two alleles, what are alleles? I have already given you that is these definitions in the important terms. What are alleles? Allele is nothing but other form of gene. Each gene will be having two forms. So out of two forms, that is out of two alleles, one goes to each gamete. Two alleles are there. So during gamete formation, the alleles get segregated. Gamete formation, here because of this gamete formation only reproduction will take place and the generations will be moving forward. Here during this gamete formation, two alleles of the genes get segregated, or we can even say separated. Each gene will be having two alleles, and those two alleles will get separated during the gamete formation. Gametes are nothing but the sex cells which are responsible for reproduction. Gametes are nothing but sex cells which helps in reproduction. So during this, for reproduction, first gametes has to be formed. For the process of reproduction, for a new organism to be produced, here first gametes has to be produced. So this gamete formation takes place by meiosis. We have already studied this in class 10th, 9th class as well as 10th class. Here cell division takes place. Here there are two methods by which cell division takes place. One is mitosis and another is meiosis. Cells divide by two methods, mitosis and meiosis. So here gamete formation takes place by meiosis. Because of this, in the human beings, here sperm is the male gamete, egg is the female gamete. In human beings or in animals, sperm is the male gamete and egg is the female gamete. So when these gametes fuses, here zygote will be formed and this zygote will change into individual. Zygote will grow into a individual. So here these sperms and egg, they are nothing but, here it is the male gamete and this is the female gamete. These are gametes. It is the male gamete and the female gamete. So when these two gamete fuses, zygote will be formed. This zygote will grow into a individual. So this zygote changing into individual, growing into individual, it is because of the cell division, mitosis. So the zygote, one cell will divide, it form two cells, from 2 to 4 cells, 4 to 8, like this millions of cells will be formed, and with the help of those, here zygote will change into individual. So this is because of mitosis. This growth of zygote, the formation of all the organs, everything, it is because of the mitosis. But for the formation of the zygote, we require gametes, that is sperm and egg, and these gametes are formed because of meiosis. These gametes are formed because of meiosis. Reproductive organs, that is testis and ovary, they produce sex cells or gametes. These gametes fuse together and form zygote. These gametes fuse together and form zygote. So here, for example, if a gene is there, we say, when we start with homozygous pure line. Homozygous means both the alleles will be of same type, that is both of them are capital T. Heterozygous means one will be capital T and one will be small t, that is different types of alleles. Here in homozygous condition, both the alleles will be of same type. Both the alleles will be of same type. So this cell, the cell which here when it divides, it produces, so this gene during gamete formation gets segregated. This T and T gene during gamete formation, it gets segregated. Here what happens is, this one, a gene has two forms. That is these two alleles will get segregated. So one gene will, two T's are there, out of two T's, one will be going to one gamete, another T will be going to another gamete. So these are nothing but gametes or alleles. We can even say here the alleles are getting separated. Both T and T were together, both the genes were together, but during the formation of gamete, both the genes get separated. Out of these two, one is one gamete, one becomes one gamete, moves, and other will become other gamete. Both of them were together, now they are separated. So this separation is taking place with the help of meiosis. Meiosis, we all know, meiosis is a reduction division. Only half the number, from a cell, only half of the number of chromosomes will be given. Here in mitosis, for example, this is a cell. Here this is one chromosome, this is one, that is two chromosomes are there. During mitosis, now each cell, the newly formed cell will get two chromosomes. Newly formed cells will be getting two chromosomes. How much chromosomes are there in the parent cell? The new formed cell will get the same number of chromosomes. So here, before this duplication will take place and each cell will get 2. So here this is equal division. Both the daughter cells are getting the same number of chromosomes as it is in the parent cell. But during meiosis, for example, this is a cell which has two chromosomes. Here one will get one chromosome, one will get one chromosome. So this is reduction division. Out of 2 cell, one cell is getting, out of 2 chromosomes, one cell is getting 1 cell is getting 1. So the cells are getting only half number of chromosomes, only half number of chromosomes. So this is reduction division, only half it is going. So this is meiosis and this is mitosis. In mitosis, equal numbers will be, that is the cell will get the equal number as that of parent, and meiosis, the cell, each cell will get half number of chromosomes, half number of chromosomes. So in the same, here also when 2 alleles are there for a single gene, 2 alleles are there, these 2 alleles will give the particular, where they are responsible for a particular character. So now these 2 will get separated, these 2 will get separated. So one will be one gamete and another will be acting as another gamete. So this is the second law of Mendel. This is the second law of Mendel. It states that during gamete formation, it states that out of 2 alleles, one goes to each gamete, one goes to each gamete, and during gamete formation, 2 alleles of the genes get segregated, these 2 get segregated and they are separated. So this is for homozygous. If we start the pure line with homozygous, we get both the same gametes. Okay. Now if we take heterozygous condition, if we take heterozygous condition, in this one is capital T, another is small t. One is capital T, another is small t. So here what happens is, because during the segregation, one will get capital T, one will get small t. So this is how these are segregated, that is both the alleles which are present together, they will get separated during the formation of gametes. Basically what this law states is, during gamete formation, that is each gene will have 2 alleles and those 2 alleles will get segregated and they form gametes. So here in this now, as the gamete is having only one of the allele, so no heterozygous condition will be seen. Here in this, at the starting we were, when we took, it was heterozygous condition. Now when they get segregated, this is pure capital T, this is pure small t. So there is no heterozygous, only T is there, capital T is there is no heterozygous condition, only small t is there is no heterozygous condition here. So both of them are pure. So it was mixed, now these 2 has segregated, now this T is pure capital T, this is pure small t. So now here it states that as the gamete is having only one of the allele, so there will not be any heterozygous condition. This law of segregation, it is also called as law of purity. This is also called as law of purity of gametes. Purity in the sense, for you just see here, we were having first starting when we were, that is it was heterozygous condition. So when they get segregated, when they get separated, so this is pure capital T, this is pure small t. So it has been purified, capital T has been separated from the small t. So what this gamete is pure, this gamete is pure. It was here, it was both the alleles were present. Now here pure, this is pure T allele, this is pure small t allele. So this law is also called as purity of gametes. This law is also called as purity of gametes. So basically what this law states that during the formation of gametes by meiosis, during the formation of gametes by meiosis, out of the 2 alleles, out of the 2 alleles, so each gamete will get one allele. The 2 alleles will get segregated, the 2 alleles will get segregated and each gamete will get one allele. Each gamete will get one allele. Law of dominance, here when we were taking the pure lines, here in the first generation we were getting all the dominant traits, all the dominant traits. Now here this law states that when allele, that is when two alleles are taken, when a gene is taken which is having two alleles, during gamete formation these two alleles gets segregated. These two alleles get segregated. Now each will have its own identity. This T will retain its identity, this T will retain its identity. So when we were together now, when they were together, so there was no blending of this, there was no blending of this. So here this was having its individual identity, this was having its individual identity, even though when they were together, so each one was having its own distinct identity. So when they are separated, so they also, when they are separated they will be having their distinct identity itself, but even when they were together, when both the alleles were together, each of them were having its distinct identity, and when they get separated also, each of them will have its individual identity. Each of them will have its individual identity. So this was about law of segregation. Now we'll move on to the third law, that is law of independent assortment.